Today I'm going to be working on redoing my 2' by 4' module for Waukesha County Dandy Dancers Youth Layout. I've had this module for about a year now. It survived 3 train shows, 2 of which were train fests, and it's time that I redo it, and I want to make it look a little bit better. First thing that I want to do is remove all of these unprototypical elevations and take the ends of the module and taper them down a little bit so that it's not just a sheer drop off. I built this module like a tank with 2-inch pink foam with 4 layers of plaster gauze on top of it, so when I removed those elevations, it left quite a mess for me to clean up. I wanted to completely redo the front of the module, so I had to rip off all of the foam and set it aside so that I could use it later. To taper down the edges of the module, I actually ended up using a hatchet to help cut through the plaster gauze and the foam. It looks terrible right now, but I will be cleaning it up later. Before I was able to reinstall the front foam on the module, I had to take off all of this liquid nails. The best way I found to do it was just to use a knife and spray rubbing alcohol on it, and then it peeled right off. Using the foam that was left over from ripping the front off of the module and some extra stuff that I had lying around, I was able to stack up new pieces of foam on the front of the module so that they were 4 inches high, matching the rear. To smooth out these harsh elevation changes at the end of the module, I'm going to take a knife and smooth out all of the edges, and then I'm going to use tape to create a web, kind of like cardboard strips, but in a smaller scale. And then I'm going to take paper towel soaked in plaster and put them over, kind of like you would with cardboard strips, but just on a smaller scale. And before I get too far, I need to cover the track so I don't ruin it with plaster. I let the plaster cure for about an hour, and then I painted it with some brown latex paint. Thank you guys very much for watching this video, and be sure to stay tuned for part 2, where we will be starting on the scenery.